Hello! My audio might be wrong. I just realized. There you are, that's better. Now I'm not over the top loud. Hello everybody! Enjoy the Sonic music in the background apparently. iTunes has a preference today. Welcome, Dan TDM. Very nice and early. In fact, you popped up before the stream began. You've memorized our schedule, even when our countdown isn't quite accurate underneath, so thank you very much, Dan. Also, while I have the opportunity, as everyone else starts rolling in, thank you to Bloxer Arc for the follow in between this video, or the last video that just came out on our YouTube channel, and this stream starting. Same to Speshi, or Spepshy, G-Man2482, Nesna7, and Mr. Galaxy Fox. I realized that was actually going a little over into like yesterday, but it's whatever. Hello Expected Toast, hello Caden, hello Driver, Funny, haha, Spoink, Turkey Bacon Sausage. It's interesting, you pop up at the same second, 3 minutes in. So I guess that's, I'm slow, or 2 minutes exactly in the session. Interesting. I'm learning how this machine works on the website a little bit. Wait, why is this the final one? Well, this whole streaming campaign was always going to be a 2-month-long 2020 experiment. Doing a little bit of everything. Putting my toes in all sorts of pies. Fingers, not toes. I think. Well, either way. Finding out what I enjoyed making, what worked on Twitch, and whether I could keep it up and would want to do it more. Technically, I could do another one tomorrow for a variety stream, and I could do another one on Friday, which is Christmas Day, and then I could do another one the Monday after, because that's only like the 29th. But I figured here's probably a good kind of stopping point. It was mostly how I had scheduled things anyway to be. So because of that, this is the final stream of that Twitch campaign, basically. We may come back. I'm going on a hiatus after this. I've already been on a YouTube hiatus for a month, even though uploads are still coming out. But I'll then be going on to a proper Twitch hiatus for a month, maybe 2, maybe longer. I might come back to streaming, because it has been quite fun. I also might not. I haven't decided. I need to work out the logistics and see like how well do people respond to the stream VODs or the stream highlights, the edits that we make. Will it still continue after this actual live streaming is finished? There's all sorts of things piecing together, basically. So it is, in that sense, our final stream, because I don't actually know if I'm continuing, or even if it might even be, there's all sorts of variables, basically. It could be that we continue streaming after a few months on YouTube instead. That is where 240,000 people will get the notification. But then at the same time, I think we started this campaign 2 months ago with 2,000 followers, I think. We're now at 2,807. So at the very least, it's 800 new followers, if not 1,800. I can't tell. I think it's probably just 800. But even still, that's nothing to scoff at. So we'll see. Similarly on that, hello Marvel, hello Sam, that's a boy. Your streams are great, and I hope you come back. Thank you, man. As for what we're doing today, I ain't entirely sure. I had a plan. I had several plans. I always have plans, but the plans were like back in August. Things change, 2020, things change. What I really wanted to do, there's a stream idea I've been wanting to do for years, and it was play through Rhythm Heaven Fever, but like stand up, dance the actual motions, do a little bit of goofy fun with it. Bonus points if I could do it as a charity stream, but unfortunately that ended up falling through. But then, a final little caveat to it now, as much as I don't want to be so disheartened from, it's not a disheartening thing, but doing Rhythm Heaven Fever now wouldn't be a good idea, because for a start, I do really want to do it as a charity event. I don't want to do it non-charity, but then also, RT Game just came out with the stream doing all that, and I was like, damn it, he invested a whole 7 hours to do the entire game. I don't have that kind of time. I would only be able to do the beginning, so I'd rather put it on pause, do it for a charity event all the way through. That makes sense? That was the original plan for the final stream idea. A backup was that there is still the December trailer showcase to do this month. There aren't any new trailers. We were short last month on trailers to watch. I can only watch the Disney investor event, of which there's very little trailers for. It's just imagery, you know? Maybe like a short clip, but like, not really. You know what I mean? You had no idea I did Pikmin until you got into the fandom. Fair enough. It's crazy how much you've changed as a creator since the Pikmin 3 days. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long 8 years since I started Pikmin. Even just the analyses, you know, I've grown a lot of hair. I mean, this stuff's all this year, but you get the idea. I was really, like, scratching my head over what this stream should be about. The thing is, there has been a running theme I definitely can't not notice during this campaign. I keep calling it a campaign, but you get what I mean. And it's the idea... Also, yes, this Daz has trapped a Daz from the past in his TV. Absolutely. That's absolutely what's going on here. Look at that dude. Anyway, I always do find, though, as much as I enjoy doing like the variety streams where it is, you know, me in a tiny little corner over here, they do a lot better, but it's full face me. I don't know how on earth I'm gonna like have this edited down as a stream highlight. These might just be skipped, and you just have to watch the whole VODs on our VOD channel, and that's it. Doesn't really matter. But this is the stuff that I found a lot of enjoyment from. It had a lot more responses, a lot more chatting. Let me sort of plan things together. You know, I've got a million notes of things that can all come together, which has been very nice. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. An idea, it's vague, is this stream could just be a 2020 retrospective. Or, if that's a little bit too doom and gloom, we'll flip the script over to a 2021 plannings idea. Or like, suggestions, maybe. We've taken a million, like, movies to go through, and like, I'm not allowed to officially plan Daz Reviews 2021 just yet. I've been specifically like, alright, either January 1st or January 15th or 14th, only then am I allowed to get back into work and like go through all the scheduled video, not scheduled, all the suggested videos and decide, I like this one, I like that one, here's all the slots in the year, sprinkle them in, organize what series are going where, anything new, changes the format, yada yada. But even still, it could, I am into the idea of, if you hear of a, thanks, music, if you have an idea of like a format change we could maybe do for streams or for YouTube, I'll be open to hear them. You know, they're all things I am to consider. Otherwise, we can just look back at how the year has treated all of us, the ups and downs. You know, I recently just watched Foot of a Ferret's retrospective on 2020 and how all these different YouTubers changed. It was really interesting, actually. I never even acknowledged it at the time, but yeah, like, every TV host and every YouTuber became doom callers, you know? And it was very... I didn't even recognize it, but like, that's absolutely a thing. Oh, it was just an interesting thing. Or I'm just gonna waffle for 2 hours, and then end off on a bit of a... you know? I realize we are going to have to say a lot of times, yes, we're going on a hiatus, not sure if we're coming back a lot of times during this stream. Hey, I finally got you with a good title in this stream. I don't know how you, like, obviously clickbaiting is the meta. I don't know how on earth you clickbait some of these streams. So I just went with our final stream. Big and dramatic, you know? Thank you, I Make You Crazy One for the follow. I don't know if we're coming back, but hopefully these follows aren't going to be wasted, you know? I mean, I've got 15 subscribers now, so, and at the very least, definitely no stream in January. I'll put that down in concrete. January, I'm basically having a social media break. So, very intensely cutting out Twitch. But, February time, onwards, we'll see. There are things, like, there's another thing. During this whole experiment, we did 3 streams a week, which was quite a lot, quite draining a little bit. But they're always different each week. Whereas a year ago, I did like 2 weeks straight of the same game every day, essentially. And that was even more draining. And I need to find a good balance, because I want to play... I think I quite like playing long-term things, But they don't always do so well on stream. I guess I need to do longer stream. Finding the investment and the time is the hardest part at the moment, you know? I don't know, man. It's a whole thing to try and juggle. But yes, February maybe. Unlikely. March more likely. April even more likely. May even more. It kind of scales on from there, probably. I think. I don't know. Hello, Wolfcraft. Crafter. My cat is attacking my feet. Said help. Fair enough. Enjoy the feet scratches. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward. Like, obviously, I've had now access to this room for a while. It's getting a little bit messy, hence why I've just covered up a bunch of lawn under a couple cushions. But I am like starting to settle down. I've been playing a lot of the PS5, gotten a little bit sucked into Battlefield 1, which is not what I expected my time to get drained away into, but it has. But hopefully, January I can upgrade that even more by just having a cleanse of the brain a little bit. You know? Should have titled this, Water Wire called me at 3 AM? I assume that's supposed to say water ray. That is an incredibly terrible spelling mistake on it. Barely could understand what you were saying. For sure, yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is the last stream for a while. It's been nice being a mod for you, Broken Dylan says. Well, thank you. Have a good hiatus. I will try my best. It could very well be as well, though, that when we do come back, everything might be different again. I imagine, like, for a start, I don't even know if I keep this setup. I've only planned to have this for January after this, because after that, I go back to work, so I should probably go back in my little cupboard, and my girlfriend can go back here, or not. If she's comfortable enough in there, I might stay here. I don't really know, but I do have something to show. It's felt a bit bad just doing another stream that's just my face. I just don't, feels disingenuous in a sense. But in the theme of 2020, there was some good news going around. Although this is technically a December 2019 news, I did receive this year. A big ol' important fancy letter from YouTube. Wow, signed by well, not actually signed by Susan, it's a photocopy. Everyone gets the same copied and pasted paragraph, but here, packed away in a little box. Oh, magical. A box. Oops. I don't know if Twitch disallows you showing this, but who knows. I got myself my silver play button. That was this year. I mean, I earned 100,000 subscribers in December, and then nothing showed up until June, in which I said, hey, can I have a button? And they were like, oh yeah, and then I got it like 2 days later. But you know, the thought was there. That's my 2020 in a nutshell. It's actually kind of giving me better. See that? Look at that. I could use this as a... Oh, wonderful. There you go. There's the lighting we need. I have had this stuff. It was literally covered in dust when I went to go get that for this stream. Because I don't have a frame. I guess. I could put it in one of those. That'd be pretty sweet. I'll work that out in a bit. But that's like my 2020, relatively speaking, has been pretty rad. Like, I started the year off with 100,000 subscribers, a whole new format of YouTubering that worked, and I just had to polish it up a little bit. I always wanted to do the green screen storyline kind of thing. I don't know, I really like that style. A bit more fun, I guess. I think I've made it halfway. I like the format I have at the moment, where it is, you know, people could recognize me on the street now, if people were allowed out on the streets. But I do want to do more with it. I like the idea of incorporating myself in the movies. Sometimes I have the time to invest in that, so I usually do it for the Terrible series. Sometimes I don't, and they get a little bit like, it's just like I only pop up for the news, the notifications, and everyone skips it. Less of a fan of that. So I think going forwards into 2021, I would love to do a storyline. Like, have every... It's hard to think how to do it well, but my imagination is every video is its own separate episode of whatever's going on. Like, maybe it has a story, maybe it doesn't, but you could binge watch them, and they're all linked. I think that would be really cool. But I don't know how to do that. Have you watched JoJo? I have not. I've seen, actually, yes I have. Seen a few episodes of the first season with my girlfriend, and we didn't quite click with us. I know we probably have to get over the first season to really enjoy it. Maybe we'll get back to it, but not yet. Do you watch The Mandalorian? If so, have you seen the season finale? I have not. I am watching season 2 of The Mandalorian now, but we're like halfway. It's starting to spice up apparently in the next couple episodes, which we're watching tonight. We have done everything we can to avoid spoilers. We're hitting a few, but like we're dodging most, I think. There's one big unavoidable one because of the news of the world. Not the news of the world, just news that we couldn't avoid, but we're making our way. Do you have a favorite video that you released this year, Daz? That is an excellent question. I'm gonna go find out. I might actually, this will be an opportunity to get up a little bit of a square. Also, iTunes was my lighting, so it has just disappeared. Oh, I can change this. I will commit more sin. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I need to force, freaking light mode. So disable forced dark mode. That's what we need. Relaunch. I might have just deleted deleted the chat. Well, that's fun. Okay. There we go. I have better lighting now. You all are covered in white. It's horrible. I need to scroll through this. So, hold on. Let me just get up my list of videos. There are no spoilers in here, because sometimes I have unlisted videos of the future ones coming out. Doesn't even want to load them. There we go. Okay. See if this works. Hey, it does. I'll have to skedaddle over here. How did I do this before? It was like over there or something? I think so. There we are. I'm so far away from my actual computer for this. Right. 2020 had a lot of videos, alright? There's 52 weeks in a year. I uploaded pretty much every single week. And then double for the last 2 months. So 8 extra. So I did 60 videos. That's pretty sweet. Some did well and some did not. Yeah. Also, hopefully you can hear me okay. I might turn down the music a bit for this. This is our latest one. This video has freaking, well, more than 12,500 in a few hours. That's crazy. This video is popping off. Some videos did well, others did not. I had a little bit of a low November for some reason. Probably a couple of copyright claims getting through. I mean, good views cut down by copyright. Bad views cut down by copyright. Bad luck sometimes. I can tell you what my worst video is, but that's probably not a good sense. Not a good idea. I liked the Terrible series. That was my like big show, you know, that was the big, I'm putting myself in the movie, having big fun, everyone loves it. Started in 2020 at the beginning, like literally January 2020 started, and looped all the way around. As for what my favorite one of those is, I'm not sure. DK was quite fun, as much as it didn't actually pick up on views, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well. Bulk was its own, I don't know if I enjoyed it, but it is really a thing. I'm not sure if I could say it was my best video. My kids was alright. They're all, I enjoy them in their own little ways. I don't know if I've got a favorite though. I think, oddly enough, the ones I liked the most didn't perform as well. It's like I really liked my Nausicaa one because it was very different from the format, but it definitely didn't do too well. Okay, now videos are starting to become a blur. I really liked my Train to Busan one, but that obviously didn't perform because it was a little bit, you know. Cuphead really performed well. I think that was pretty alright. I liked my Scoob one a lot, actually. Scoob might be, as much as it was controversial, I mean, it was a big controversial title. I pirated Scoob, and this is why. I liked the way I edited it. I liked the way it all came together. I liked, it kind of had a meaning, it had a purpose. Kingsman, I enjoy. Oh, it actually did get views eventually. Okay, it was a bit slow, that one. That was the first time my editor came in. He worked on this one, and I think like Ghostbusters and Cuphead. I think he worked on all of these mostly. I think at first, yeah, and then he did every other one. I also really like. I was muted. I forget that it mutes every time I restart. Ah! Thank you for sticking around if you have stuck around in between. This happens on our stream sometimes. I don't know why. My computer was upgraded a year ago. Because I haven't upgraded it in a year, but it used to cut out randomly. So the heats, I guess. I had it on all day, which is fair. Doing work. I don't know. Hello, everybody. Cherry on top animations. I missed your follow notification 30 minutes ago, but thank you for it. We are indeed back. Get background, shall we? Is that the right one? Oh, he's broken. Now it's a broken one. Don't mind him. Oh, this one might be a little DMCA, so I might keep talking over this one. There we go. Now we're sorted. Hello, everybody. Maybe we'll do stuff that doesn't involve showing something on screen. I'd like to, if possible, like get this in the... Oh, that works. There you go, that'll have to do. One day I'll have that set up nice. Not yet. What is your favorite TV show? Probably has to be Avatar, honestly. Though I am really enjoying Mandalorian right now. And the usual one, Stranger Things, pretty good. I don't remember anything else that exists right now, but you know, like that. You got a PS5? I sure do. That's what that thing is there. That's what's playing Twitch right now in the background. How though? Is this about the PS5? Luck. I managed to get it on eBay for a little bit more than usual, I'll admit, but it was a digital version for the price of a disc version. And I have 2 months off, so I couldn't really wait. Sorry, maybe I'm part of the problem. Paying triple the price. Alright, well, we're back on track. How long did that last stream last? Exactly 20 minutes again. Oh well. It'll fix itself out, hopefully. Hope if it freezes again, I'll just keep coming back. You can stick on chat, don't worry. I ain't leaving without a proper goodbye, damn it. So what are we talking about? We're talking about my favorite video. Yeah, probably would have to be like one of the successful ones I realized. Ryan Reynolds, pretty good. Cuphead, I did enjoy. There were some others that underperformed, but like generally, I'm glad where things went this year. It was kind of doing more of the same, just sort of polishing it because it was new. Also, are you changing color? Is that just my color, my camera? It's all red. It's just the camera keeps like where I move in the way of the lights or something. Huh. Unpopular opinion, the PS5 looks like a futuristic sandwich. I think everyone kind of agrees it looks futuristic and weird. I like it though. I would like it though. I haven't seen a console in years other than something. But yeah, I think going forwards, I'm not gonna say that next year is gonna be grand. I mean, everyone's already talking about COVID-20 something, or like a million things could go wrong. But I would definitely like to think that I've got like I don't have plans. I specifically haven't made plans yet, but I plan to make plans to make upgrades to improve my content. I think. It'll be very strange because I do want to go back to Comic-Con at some point. I did a couple years ago, a year ago, and I had actually I guess no, I didn't have many subscribers back then because it was so early days. The point is, I now have 240,000. I got 140,000 this year. Maybe almost 150,000 by the end of it, which is crazy. So it'd be very interesting to see, once we're all out and about, people will recognize me. You know? That's crazy to think, but it's possible. I'd like to do more content that allows for that as well. I want to become more of a personality. And hopefully spread more of a positive message on my channel. Because everyone clicks on the terrible videos, the terrible movies. Everyone loves to bash something. We're a very cynical society online. And it's nice, because, I mean, I get the views, I get paid nicely, but sometimes it does come with a bit of a negative air, and I want to sort of try and push that we're enjoying ourselves and being happy in the moment of shooting someone else down. Or something. I gotta work a spin on it that isn't watch a hateful video and feel hate afterwards. That makes sense? I need to spread some good vibes. Also, Unicorn, thank you for the 10 bits. Have you ever had someone recognize me? I have. A couple of times. I had someone recognize me at the train station at my own, like where I live, which is quite impressive. Especially because apparently their parent was a lecturer at my university who knew me, but knew that they watched me, so they recognized me through like their kid's laptop, but didn't recognize that I could very well have been one of the students walking around at the uni. Quite fun. And then once when I was up in Edinburgh for a comedy event, someone's dad spotted me. Again, always the parents, I realized. But someone's dad spotted me as I was leafleting on like the high street because they recognized my voice. They didn't know who I looked like, but they knew my voice, shouting out about a show, basically. So, in odd circumstances like that, yes, I have been recognized. Never in like a place where I'd expect to be recognized. I almost had the chance to be recognized, if that makes sense, in Comic-Con, and then I avoided it because I was like, socials, how do I interact with strangers? I'm gonna hide away and not be noticed. And I successfully hid away. Kinda regret that, but I'll be better at next time, you know? So that's my history with that. Yes, indeed, Pepperoni, this is our final stream. Streaming on Twitch was a 2-month experiment at the beginning, begun at the beginning of November to see what I liked doing, what I enjoyed, what did well. And this is the final stream of that sequence. We might come back. We're going on a hiatus for the very least over January, probably over February too for Twitch. We might come back later in the year with a whole different format. I might do more of the same. I do want to change a little bit. Maybe I'll do some, like, excuse me for committing a little bit of sin here, but maybe I'll do some trend hopping a little bit, you know? Because, like, as much as I usually roll my eyes when something's trending, I'm like, oh, do I want to be another number in that? I also am I'm already kind of on an, without sounding too rude, I'm on a little bit of an elevated plane that I feel like I can get away morally with playing trending games. Does that make sense? And on that note, like, as much as I never would have been able to anyway, because I don't own any friends in the industry yet, I'm kind of a little sad that I couldn't join the Among Us trend. Because watching Foot of a Ferret again, as I was doing earlier today, it was explaining how Among Us allowed all sorts of YouTubers from entirely different circles and circumstances to collab. It made a new era of YouTube and friendships. I was like, wow, that's really true. I wish I was part of that. Now obviously, even if I did choose to play Among Us back when it was hype, I wouldn't do the same. You know, the performance wouldn't be that grand because I can only do solo, pretty much. I could play with real life friends, but they wouldn't be too comfortable on stream, I imagine. And I could only do like the typey one, but I might follow it in the future to see if it goes anywhere afterwards. I mean, Corp's husband, he already knew. Like, he's the big guy who, you know, made a rise out of Among Us. I'm not saying I want to be the next one of those, but, you know. Do you know who Mr. Beast is? I mean, one of the biggest guys on the entire platform? No, never heard of him. Cool man, thank you for the follow. Why final stream? Well, we're going on a hiatus anyway, with most of my channels, just so I can have a social media break. But also, this stream was always going to be, this campaign of streams was always going to have an end. It was kind of an experiment to see what I liked to do. I've took a lot of information from it, basically. We do still have, if you want to see more content, go to Daz Let's Plays, the YouTube channel. It's linked underneath in our description somewhere. It's on like Twitch's official description, because there we are releasing all the streams, delayed, but they are edited, cut through, so you can watch every stream in like 20 minutes. And they're coming out every 3 days. I think we've just released the Shrek one, and whatever follows that. I don't even remember what follows that, but that's where we are. We're back on the terrible Shrek game, so we're going to follow on that trend, basically. Thanks for the bit. There it is. That's the one. Broken Dylan knows what he's doing. Ben, only just rediscovered your stuff. Used to watch back when Pikmin 3 was coming out, of course. I get here as streams are ending. Yeah, well, you got all the old stream stuff to see. There are stream VODs on our stream archive or the highlighted version that is in what's the actual archive command. I'll have to polish that out in admin. Plus, you know, you've always got all my YouTube channel stuff. If you haven't seen me in years, that's completely different. I've got this thing now. So technically I could get 2. That's pretty nice. 1.5. Pretty rad. Daz, have you met any of the other film commentary YouTubers? Filmento, The Closer One, Shafrilas Productions, 24 Frames of Nick, etc. I have not. For a start, only started this recently. Started September last year, or I guess July last year technically. I haven't been really able to go out and see people since then, you know? Most of my YouTube film career has been plagued by this pandemic, which is kind of good, because it's like new, it's fresh, it's not long, I've got plenty of potential. I have made a couple of like DM connections, not with any of the ones you mentioned though, ironically enough. We've had it with Nerdstalgic, and we've had it with Seamus Gorman, I think his name is. So Pixar British boy who talks in his bedroom, and Nerdstalgic who makes really kicker video essays. Again, sometimes Pixar. So that's it. I would like to meet those kind of people. What are you doing? It's so scary. I'm so introverted and awkward around strangers. It's unreal. You never get to see that side of me because it's just me and a camera. I'm nice and confident and open, you know, open-palmed, calm, but like around strangers, not my thing. But we'll see. I don't remember how me and Seamus came. I might have just DM'd. I followed him, I think, and then DM'd him and said, "Hi, I love your stuff." And he was like, "Oh, I like your stuff too." I think, and then we. I don't know. I don't understand this social meta. But actually, I guess that would be another plan for 2021. I would love to make some connections. I have one IRL friend who happens to be a YouTuber, bigger than me, and I'm like, so that's like technically there. We'll have to see. I'm also next year, assuming things go well, I'll be moving to Brighton, which is the YouTube hub, you know? And it's less than half an hour away from London. It's just south of London, basically. It's like a new modern city that like young people like me go to. It's the new London, basically. Kind of, whatever. There's all sorts of reasons to go there because it kind of helps all aspects of my life. But also, career. Everyone's there. I can go to London very easily. I can go to the London YouTube space. I can go to YouTube events. That's a stepping stones to make it. I'm probably gonna have to like huddle to my IRL friend who knows what he's doing the whole way, but I mean, otherwise, that's a potential 2021 plan. I might have said this like a year ago. That got delayed, but here you are. So that's kind of the plan on that sense. It's not concrete. I can't exactly be like, I'm gonna make friends with this person in a year's time, because that's creepy. You know, that's a bit, it's like stalking almost. But I would definitely like to do more like that, and like, it'd be nice if I could expand beyond my content a little, which is really hard to do. You know, I'm like film content, I'm enjoying it pretty well, but I don't want to be chained to my content when the content inevitably runs out. That makes sense? Like, a lot of YouTubers' careers are just a peak of a mountain and then down again. I want to be able to like ride the wave, and then I might change genres eventually. Maybe not now. I've only just changed genres a year ago from gaming, but like, I want to become more known as the guy who makes them rather than them. That's all sorts of stuff. Daz the Stalker is indeed cancelled. You're right, Dan. Yes. Gotta make those connections. Yeah, it's scary. It's very scary. But I mean, you know, one collab and I'm in. That's not how it works. But I also don't want to be that guy who's like, "Hi, YouTuber. I like you. Let's collab. Can I have a selfie with you? Day one?" That's also just not really respectful. I just want to make friends. That's the way to do it, you know? Don't show up to get a collab. Just show up, be nice, make friends. Easy. But that's something for future me to deal with, you know? He doesn't have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it. He has to deal with it, wherever he be. Downing through these... Oh no, I'm not downing through those drinks. There's just one over there. I don't really have specifics for 2021, because a lot of it is waiting around for this to finish, you know? Hopefully summertime is when I'll be moving. Beyond that, I don't really know. Daz, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Very good question. That's the scary thing. I don't entirely know. I'm at the moment working on the semi-shorthand just to keep this good wave going. And then hopefully, you know, making all the steps I can that it can... I'm on a good wave, right? I need all the steps I can to continue it onwards so I can play out and do different things after that. Uh-oh. Terry on top lives next to 4 YouTubers, all vloggers. Help. Oh dear. I can imagine. I liked the idea of a YouTuber house. But I've heard some horror stories about YouTuber houses, and I'm like, pass. Plus, I'm already nervous enough to record in a house with one person in it, who I'm comfortable with. I couldn't do it before, and when I lived in my old house, if you watch my old streams in other houses, I was a nervous wreck every time I needed to record, because I was like, oh, my friend's housemates can hear me through the walls. Hello, Dipped Cookie. I'm doing alright. Yeah. Did something sarcastic? Don't worry, Dragon Dog. I didn't. Oh, it was for the mod thing. Well then, I missed it. Excuse me. My brain's all sorts of everywhere. Where do you live, Daz? I can't tell you that. You'll come find me. Creepy. I'm in the UK. Why is this your final stream? I am going on a hiatus, and I don't know if I'm coming back afterwards, basically. These last 2 months, I've been streaming. I've been an experiment to see what does well on Twitch, what I enjoy making, finding a nice merging of everything together. A big, like, you know, a teaser, a preview to see. And afterwards, I am to consolidate all the data, see what I like to do, and potentially continue it later on in 2021. Or not. Daz lives on Mars, didn't you know? Absolutely true. Daz is not a stalker, but stalkers of Daz are coming. Absolutely. You planning on looking for more sponsors? Well, yeah, they usually come to me. You know, it's kind of difficult to go to a company and be like, hey, you need to pay me a 4-digit number, and I will do an advert. It doesn't usually. I think it's like you sign a form, you get on a list, and then sometimes they contact you. I think is the way it works. It's how it's worked for me and my friends. So, if they pop up, they pop up. If they don't, they don't. Make do as best you can, you know. Get a haircut, buddy. You know what year it is? It's 2020. You think I can go outside? Just go to my local hair barber dresser? I got asthma. I'm technically a little bit vulnerable. These guys don't wear they wear masks, but they don't wear like the supervisor mask that they did in the first month they could open. I ain't trusting that. Plus, it's kind of fun to have hair. I'm doing this. I'm 10 months into this. Yeah, I'm 10 months into this hair. You think I'm gonna stop at 10? I'm gonna stop at 12, thank you. Then I can know how long my hair gets in a year. Be like, that's cool. Get a funky sneeze shot where my hair immediately disappears because I cut it in between. Got it all planned out. That's my only solid plan in 2021. I'm gonna sneeze and it will disappear. But yeah, I realize I'm not, it's not even that I'm running out of like, I was like, uh-oh, it's dead air, I shouldn't have this on stream, but it's more a matter of, my mind is just sort of wandering, you know? Because like, 2020's been a crappy year, but I don't have any comments on it. I don't want to be too negative. Like, ironically enough, like, there's a lot of horror stories people have had this year. I've had kind of the opposite. So, I mean, there's a chance there's some later in the last 10 days. 10 days. But like, in my family, we've had a family member reunite. It happened just before lockdown happened, and then they got locked in with the family, and they've all like had their relationships grown and blown after like 15 years of not seeing each other, which has been quite nice. That's the drama on the real life family front. Only now could it go downhill because it was an uncle of mine who's now bringing his daughter down for Christmas, which is kind of risky. But assuming that doesn't, you know, decimate the whole family in the last 10 days, 2020 has been quite nice otherwise. So I haven't really got like, I've just been doing the grind. Like I haven't had much of the quarantine lifestyle because I've just been working in my cupboard. Only now am I having the quarantine lifestyle. And there's just not much to say on it, you know? Whereas 2021, technically, I can't make plans, and then otherwise, I don't know what the plans could formulate to be, you know? I have an idea of where I am in July, and, you know, a haircut in February, that's it. 2020 has made us all grateful for what we take for granted, absolutely. Aren't some places in tier 4 in England? They are. My family aren't in that area, neither am I. So, usually when there's bad news in the UK, and it doesn't affect me. I'm just Mr. Lucky. That is my defining trait. So, like, I mean, to be fair, it's been a fairly hot spot here-ish. But, like, I go outdoors so rarely, and I avoid pretty much everyone, and I'm super safe that, like, it's just something I read on the news. And even then, it's my phone news, it's not the big TV news. When I go on the big TV news, I get a big old Mandalorian spoiler, so, you know? You're just on the outskirts of a bunch of tier 4 areas, scary times. Absolutely, I can't imagine what that's. But, you know, maybe by April, or like, June, we'll all have been stabbed, and it'll all be over. You know, just a little bit more waiting. Also, Sionical? I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you for the follow. Right as this channel is recommended, it's the last stream. Always the way. I don't know what it is. My just chatting streams always get lots of recommendations. I'll tell you what. Alright. Assuming that this is just a hiatus for like 2 to 4 months. In my mind, that's kind of where it will probably go. 2 to 4 months. I'll be back maybe February, maybe March, maybe April. If I'm not back by June, I probably have changed my plans. What I'm noticing very consistently, I did ask this last time, but I'm going to ask it again anyway, is just chatting stream really, really well. So maybe I could be a just chatting streamer later on. I'll do that very consistently. What do you do with that? I don't have anything, only prop I've got to show you. What if, like, I know some people do Pokemon cards, I can't afford that. Some people are wrapping presents, I don't have those kind of artists. Some people are opening presents, I don't have friends. What's the way around it? What is there I could do that is full camera, that is interesting, you know? I'd like to try it, because I'm surprised. It's a surprising success. Also, Lead Fed Head, thanks for the follow. What did we say last time? Because it'll be something where if I do come back for 2021, I need to work out how I'm structuring it. You know, we won't no longer be streaming 3 times a week with something different each day. It might be an entirely different setup. These are Christmas quizzes. I've got so many paper notes at this point. That's the only plans I've written. Could react to film and shows live. It's fun to watch shorts on live. That's fair enough. The only issue with that though is it is. Oh, actually no. I guess that is just chatting. Yeah. All right. I'll put it in. It's just the only issue is I'd like. Well, actually, we can have it how we had it before, where yeah, it's like it's just in the corner, but the camera's still full screen. Ironic. This is the final stream, and yet we're planning for a future one. It's theoretical, you know. Helps plot things together. But yeah, like reaction. I guess there is loads of things to react to. It would be really nice if I could have gotten watch parties to work, but they just don't. They just don't function in the UK. Hope you have a good Christmas. Thank you very much, Dan TD. Appreciate it. Even though. Hello, Alex Infinite. How are you doing? I'm pretty good. Still lost in all of my notes, but I'll, you know, get through it eventually. Maybe you can even show us how you make a video on live. I remember doing that yonks ago, and it didn't work. For some reason, it wouldn't show the screen, but I can fix that. I could show a behind the scenes. That would be interesting, yeah. It's... I'd say it's not that crazy, but I do imagine commentary when I'm editing sometimes. You'll see how lazy and, like, mass-produced some of the parts are, but, well. Thank you for the follow, Alex. And That's the YouTube Shorts I should have written. Wow, I've gotten so many notes. I've got, like, look at this. All scribbles and scribbles and notes. That's comedy. This is more comedy. Oh, it's over there, I think. Anagrams for a different quiz. These are, oops, so my to-do list for each day. That's my predictions for Danganronpa. Ah, these are suggestions for movies. Did we not have a Just Chatting discussion? I thought we did. Those are more suggestions. That's a massive code to play Battlefield. I guess not. Oh, here he is, yeah. Tiny little thing over here. Filming some green screen portions on stream. That would be cool. Yeah, that would require a whole setup change because my green screen is massive. Stuffed away in my bedroom. So it would be a whole element to bring it out here. But absolutely, you'll get to see how awkward I am sometimes when I'm filming these things. Maybe you could show us how you make a video on. Oh yeah, that was. You could be any animal. What would you be? What's a pretty comfy animal? I don't know. Probably a bird. Some bird. I'll be a crow. Happy to me. That was it. So tier lists. I mean, very much a trend, but I did say I would follow on trends a little bit. I guess I'm just out ending this a little bit. We also had hard to read. BuzzFeed quizzes. As well, though, I gotta imagine this is gonna be YouTube content later that I'll condense. You know, like this stream probably un-YouTubeable. I had to imagine. You loving the music picks? Thank you very much. Did you recognize that last one? It's very niche. You didn't know I played Danganronpa? I don't. I've been watching the Game Grumps play it. I've made a habit of commenting on YouTube videos that I watch, or like, usually. Some I don't, but the idea is I have a verification tick, and I'm like, ooh, maybe this is a way to make a connection, or just to spread some support. So I've been doing it all through Danganronpa since like episode 17 or something. I'm a running gag on there now. I like to think. Maybe they'll say hi one day. It was just like, I enjoy it. Because also, that's how I've only first discovered them through Game Grumps, the Danganronpa. I'm like, this story's incredible. Wow. I'm enjoying it, either way. You didn't recognize the last one, but Moradane got me? Fair enough. Fair enough. That's understandable. I agree. My music taste is one. There is like GeoGuessr. This is, well, another thing of like, I gotta find what I feel like playing and streaming, because like the thing I've been sucked into at the moment, I was playing Days Gone, but that's not very interesting on stream. I was playing Battlefield 1, but then you'll see how bad I am at it. It's tough. I could play the Danganronpa games. That would be fun, but that's not just chatting, but you get the idea. I could try Your Laugh, Your Loses and Would You Rathers. They are very like personality content based, aren't they? Which is exactly what I'm asking for, I guess. But it's something. Personality test would be cool. But we'll have to see. It's a tough thing to work out. That's something Nintendo Caprice under. He does, yeah. I don't see him very often, but it's a nice surprise when Tim pops up. Yeah. Guys, when you come back on YouTube, will your video schedule change? It probably will, very slightly. Through all of 2020, we were uploading on Mondays each week, and then for November and December, we were doing Mondays and Fridays. In 2021, we're probably going to do just Fridays instead. And then when we go to double uploads in November and December, Mondays and Fridays. So every Friday, a bit more of a standard YouTube schedule slot, because those videos have a better chance because everyone's watching at the end of Friday and then the weekend. And I usually avoided it because all the big guys would upload then. Whereas the little guys, we had to find our own grounds, and so I went on to the obscure Monday that no one ever goes to. But now, I think I've raised inside to the point that I am one of the big guys who can get away with uploading on a Friday. It's exponential. You roll into it. Does that make sense? So, we're trying. Hello, JJ the Tutor. So yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. I haven't written that down in concrete, but like, That's pretty much down in concrete. It's just mentally in concrete. Make sense? Right, so I basically just copied that over from... Oh, we got a couple new things, actually. That is a potential for what we come back to in the future. I imagine we will, but I'm in a different mindset when I'm streaming and when I'm not, you know? When I'm not streaming, and sometimes I'm like, oh, do I want to do this? Is this the right way to go about it? Do I want, like, is that smart? Blah, 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 you know? Thinking all businessy. But when I'm in the moment, I enjoy it. But it's a matter of wealth, you know? Does it make enough money to continue doing it when it gets in the way of my job? If it's not my job, can I make this my job? If it is my job, is it paying me, you know? It's a whole thing, you know, should I put more time in my videos that I could be spending when I'm streaming? There's all sorts of things you gotta juggle. It's a whole system of time management, I guess. What shows or movies are you looking forward to for 2021? Everything, honestly. My girlfriend and I, we have decided we're going to one of our local-ish cinemas. I have to go on the train to do it, but it's whatever. And we're going to get one of those big old cinema memberships. You know the ones. So then we can watch everything. You know, all the DC films, all the Marvel films, all the Disney, everything. It's just going to be an insane year. So we're looking forward to that. And the bad, you know. We're going to watch the bad stuff too. For a $500 dono up front, would you be up to doing a gross food challenge on stream? I would, but I don't think I've got the food. Like, unless you're gonna ask me to eat plastic, I don't think I have it. You can offer it up, I'll take it, but I'm unsure. We'll see. See what you can do. If you can legitimately find me something that I have, I'll try it. Maybe in that, you know what, that's a whole type of content I could make. Food streams. I don't know what that could entail. I've only just learned how to cook, but yes, eat plastic. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, I'll consider it. Don't we already eat plastic when we drink water? Ba -ba 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 -ba. Ta-da. For $500 down, a 20-ounce squeeze bottle of mayonnaise. Alright, question. How much is 20 ounces? Like, that's... I'm British. I also don't have a scale. Like, is that how much of a cup is that? Is that a shot? Is it, like, what? You could eat your PlayStation 5 or your play button. That's a great idea. You know? Freaking, I don't know what this is made of. Aluminum? Aluminium. Aluminium. I can't believe I got that the wrong. I've been listening. 560 mils. That's crazy. I don't have 560. Isn't a bottle 500 mils? Where do you get the 60 from? Hold on. Let me see how much mayonnaise I have. I don't have it. Have mayonnaise? This is not gonna work out, but you know, I'll give you an option. There is actually some in here also. Hold on. Is actually making noise. Actually hearing an echo of myself. Turn away. Goodbye. I don't think there's enough in here or anything that work. Also, how can I know for certain that this is even a donut that's gonna pay off? How much even is in here as well? Wow, there's 40 calories per tablespoon. Also, this is not in mil. This is in grams, I think. Yeah, this is 400. Oh no, there you go. It is milliliters. 430 milliliters. So even all of this, you want me to down more than this? That's not feasible. You know what I mean? Like, that is going to vomit up. That's going to fill my entire stomach. Hold on, what's the math on this? So there is 430 mils per 100 grams now. I work out the... what's in it? Like the salt. Wary of. These are 4% salt, 6% fat. Man, I've got enough of a chocolate gut, you know? That bottle is fine. How much is in it? Most of it. Like, there. Tell you what, I'm gonna put my own health as a priority and say I ain't gonna do that. My apologies. That's an unfathomable amount of meat. Even on light, like, I don't want to eat that for the health factor, you know? I can eat something gross if it's one mouthful. This is gonna set me back like 3 months of dieting. I don't diet, but if I did, I would start at -3 months to do it. My apologies. Like, that is an insane amount of... I should have gotten the ketchup sweetened one with honey. It's like, option. I'm learning a lot about mayonnaise today. Oops. That disconnected something from the computer. I'm already faintly conscious of the god-awful amounts of chocolate I've been eating this Christmas. I apologize, JJ the tutor. If you're doing it out of YouTube content, I'm afraid you'll have to go flock the nest elsewhere. That sounded almost like a swear word. My apologies. I just meant fly away. Assuming you're going to everyone and asking them to do mayonnaise. If it does, I'm gonna see these reactions. Send me a link later and be like, ha, I got this person to do it. Let's see that. I'd watch that. Cut it off and then eat your hair. Blah. Thanks for that one. That won't go down. You know what? If I could like package it, I don't know how. If I could like, would I really bake it into a cake? Eat it? I don't know about that. Man, you guys are I'm not one for watching gross food content usually. It'd have to be like one mouthful, something edible. Just gross and edible. You can dip your hair in that mayo. I could. Anyway. Way more aesthetically pleasing. I am not seriously considering my hair. I was only consider if I went up the next step of baking it into a cake, but I do not have the sugar or the flour or the egg. I have HelloFresh ingredients and that's it. And even then, they are reserved. You know? Make ketchup ice cubes and put it in Fanta. That's so specific. Where do you come up with that? Does ketchup even turn into ice cubes? Hello, Lil Joe. You have come into quite a moment of the stream. Your tortoise is eating your nose. Well, okay. I could explain the context to you, Little Joe. I might not. I assume JJ has disappeared. That's fine. Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Nah, that wouldn't have fixed it. I was thinking if he donated $10 and then said, hey, 500 up front, I'd believe it more. But he started off with 2 bits and then followed it up with 1. I don't want to be that guy who eats an entire bottle of mayonnaise and then gets duped out of his money, you know? I don't need $500 anyway. And I certainly don't need to get my stomach pumped. Enough egg for me. There you go, there's your context. You can extrude it out of that. Guys, you should sell your mayo-dipped hair. This is just going under a spiral I was not expecting to reach to. I'll tell you what, actually, what other... I guess it's a stream of asking for suggestions, because it's the thing that's on my mind the most, is I don't know if I'm coming back, because I don't know what to come back to. I would really like to play Danganronpa. I would really like to play the Pikmin modded games. Anything else that's, like, itching away at my A level? Let me get my... But then also, do those long-term things do well? I know the Pikmin one will, which is why I'm avoiding it, because I don't want to be known just for Pikmin stuff. Like, I could play some Stardew Valley. I started playing God of War, but it hasn't really soaked me in yet. Like, what other things? Persona 5 I enjoy, or Persona 4 as well, but I already know the stories of those, and I don't know if they make good streams. You know what I mean? I wish I'd played Hyrule Warriors, the Age of Calamity when it came out. That would have been fun, because I still need to play that, and it would have been fun to just do on stream live. again, following a trending video. Am interested in the new Fable, kind of. Minecraft would be fun to hop on at some point. Final Fantasy VII, when the part 2 of the remake comes out, seems pretty fun. No, not Red Dead. Scott Pilgrim would be nice. I imagine that might even be a trending thing if it's not already released. Just when it, you know, gets re-released and actually accessible to everyone. Subnautica, fun, but everyone's already kind of done that one. So, I'm iffy on it. Shantae, pretty fun. And time, sure. Metal Gear, I do want to cover up the Metal Gear series at some point. That kind of covers it, yeah. There's nothing burning like Danganronpa. Pikmin. Play Spoderman, yeah, sure. What is this book? It was a little notebook. I write thoughts that are more important than phone notes. How about Skyblock? I don't know what Skyblock is. You mean like, is that Minecraft? There are Pikmin modded games. There are. Google or look on YouTube up Pikmin and I'll probably pop up. I did a whole Let's Play on Pikmin, a modded game. Technically didn't finish it, but glitches do. Like, what else is there back to? Because a lot of times I don't know that I actually run out of stream ideas, but it's more like I hesitate on the ones that I do have. So it'd be a matter of I have to plan a whole stream campaign again. And similarly, like, do I do it, if I do it for just like another couple months again, do I still do it over Christmas time? Do I do like a summertime streaming thing? A whole lot to juggle here. There's a new sub? What about that? I see a new sub. Not on my list here. We got a new follow. That's what you mean. Thank you, Vandy4Frog. Thanks for popping up. And I'm glad you like the song. Hey Daz, says the Dark. Love your vids. They make me laugh to death. Great. I'm glad to hear that. I don't find them very funny. It's so strange. Like I write them down and it doesn't make me laugh. But I'm like, hopefully this makes someone else laugh. So I'm glad it does to you. Hopefully we get funnier next year. Ah, hello JJ. What's the reason for your moving off Twitch? I had always planned to do this just for 2 months. It's an experiment to see what works and what doesn't. I've been surprised to find out that just chatting works incredibly well. I was under the pre-impression that the big categories wash all the small guys. But it also, for my case, everyone gets recommended when I do just chatting. So I'm considering doing more just chatting stuff and working out what kind of content there is to make there that I'd want to make as well. And then on the other fronts of what other things do I want to make that aren't just chatting that would work well, you know? So I've been juggling all of that, but the idea is we've had our experiment. This is the end of it here. I'm going on a hiatus now, social media hiatus for January, and then streaming will probably last 2 to 4 months, and then see what goes from there. We might never come back. We might switch to YouTube since that is where my core audience is. No, yet, you know? Just chatting is enjoyable to watch. Yeah, I get that. It's just so strange. It's not to me. I'm like, how can you watch a guy sit down and talk for 2 hours? Crazy. So I do want to splice it up with stuff. I want to be able to hold up stuff and be like, let's do this physically. But what is this? Huh? Like, another thing I could technically do, but definitely wouldn't be good content. I bought something. This is my Christmas present to myself. Let me just check my address ain't on it well. Anyway, I bought myself a big old box. In it is a drawing tablet. So I can like draw and it pops up on my computer. Very fancy. Because I wanted to pick up the habit of drawing a little bit. Because I want to draw concept art for like ideas I've had. And I'm not a good artist. Not a good drawer at all. But hopefully I'll learn it. It's, you know, compatible with Photoshop. I know Photoshop. Got a big old book over there that will hopefully teach me everything if I actually soak in the hours, which I kind of plan to do. This was quite the investment. So maybe I could make drawing streams in the future. I don't know how well they would do, but it's a thought. Can you draw a picture of your hair? I can't draw 2D hair, let alone this mess. Hello, 42 group. Thank you for the follow. You'd love a drawing tablet, you iPad? Yeah, fair enough. I get that. Like getting so just chatting is just like getting to talk to someone you would never be able to without stream. Interesting way to put it. I get that. I think it might also be actually when I look at just chatting, it always pops up with the most popular that have like 30,000 views, and I'm like, I can't talk to those people. Your message goes flying up. But okay, I can see that. We've already had this song. I'm moving on. But yeah, there's a lot of potential. 2021 is just one big unknown enigma, I think. You know, there's a good chance that there's more content to make. You know, if I don't do it, I'll regret not doing it. I didn't do Fall Guys. I didn't do Among. I could have played Fall Guys. Couldn't have. I guess I didn't have the console. But even if I did, I didn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to. So I regret not doing those. So maybe I should just wake in anyway to whatever content I do will like making or not making, and just join. Oh, yeah, it's a whole thing I'm having at the moment. A whole thinky thought. Charlotte. Why did I say Charlotte? Thank you for the follow. Pokemon as well. That was another thing I did really want to do. It's a long-term thing. Like how. Another thing I've been doing specifically with this stream is they've been short. Or the campaign is they've always been short streams, 2 to 3 hours. Maybe I should dedicate entire days, but there are days where I'm just like not feeling it. I guess I should give myself the flexibility, have like 3 streams planned, and I pick any of the 3. But then the people come just to you only find out what a stream's about when you click it, or do you like knowing what a stream idea is in advance and then hop in for that? What does better? Should I improv the schedule as I go? Or should I have it all plotted in stone as well? What is your niche? Also, druids gotta go. That's cool. I'll see you in the future. We've still got loads of YouTube content, either from my main channel, Daz Reviews, or stream highlights and VODs. So go check those out. Otherwise, if you're only showing up here on live, I'll see you in a couple months at least. I need to raise up my chair if I'm gonna. That didn't up that much, but oh well. I don't remember what this horrible film was. That's a Little Red Riding Hood ripoff. Well, I can't help you there then, I'm afraid. I already have a Little Red Riding ripoff title in Hoodwinked. Maybe it was that. The main thing you focus on drawing is video game characters. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. I think I like more like landscapes stuff. Like concept art. So like, you know, when you watch The Mandalorian and the credits are all the ideas of the scenes, I like those. Like, I like practical filmmaking stuff. I think it's my kind of shtick. But it's probably because it could line up to my other hobbies, like that. Not sure. Very relaxing music. It automatically just sends chemicals in between this. I agree. The Mandalorian's concept is very cool. I think you'll make a good Bob Ross. Is that just because of the hair? This is going soon. By the time I'm back on live, this is all zippity-zopped. I'm going to go for the classic trending hair. Well, it was trending a couple years ago. Short back and sides. All up top. You know, the Anthony Padilla. The Jacksepticeye. The fancy, cool-looking kid. Because I figured it's a whole different haircut. That's why I chose this one in the first place. I've had the same haircut for years. It's changed recently-ish, but I like keeping it changing. It gives me a different style. All of 2019, I wore bandages because of my eczema. And I've only recently started wearing them again because they're getting bad this Christmas. But even still, whenever I see pictures of myself, I know exactly when it's 2019 because I've got bandages from January to December, and then I took them off. You know, 2020, I have the long hair, and everyone will do this. You can define 2020. 2021, I want to define as the short back and sides, trying to look trending, you know, on brand, like how the generic kind of look. And then a year after that, if I don't like that haircut or I just feel like a little bit of change, I'll switch out to something else. I like the idea of that. If you cut your hair, do you look like Daniel Radcliffe? Yes. Yes, I do. My nan mentions it every time I see her. Like, you look like Harry Potter. I'm like, Harry Potter's been dead for years. Died in like 2012. And she's like, yeah, but Daniel Radcliffe still exists and you look like him. And I'm like, alright. Thanks, Nan. I am your grandson, Daryl. Please don't forget. Anyway. Gotta go now, Charlotte, but you'll definitely join your future streams. Well, thank you very much, Charlotte. They'll be in a couple months' time, so you might have forgotten me on the ether, but that's cool. Eventually, I'll probably pop up again. This has been too much of a fun experiment to not come back to. Don't know when. Don't know the format. We'll work it out. Maybe I'll make friends with another streamer in the YouTube events that I go to here, and then I can use them as like a helping hand to join like their streams or collab with them on a stream, do some goofy things together. Potential. Takes a lot of socialing on my end, but you know, whatever. Either way, we'll see you later on, Charlotte. Thank you for popping in. Dan, you're really liking your branding sponsorship chats, aren't you? Don't become such a shill if you're not getting paid for it. No business takes that the wrong way. Hello, Steel. I see you have just popped in. I can tell by your reactions. Yes. This is our final stream. We'll probably even be ending in the last 13 minutes. I think it's a good idea because I haven't got anything to show, you know? I've talked about 2020 a little bit in retrospective. There's not much to say on my end. There's not much going on other than the bad news that everyone knows. I've done a good bit of planning into 2021, so it will be ending soon. But yes, still, this is our final stream. This whole segment of stream was planned to be just a 2-month endeavor. It was a step in to see how Twitch streaming could be. We tried a few different varying things, seeing what did well and what I liked, what I enjoyed, and what I wanted to continue. And basically, we reached the end of that. We're going to be having a hiatus, having a social media break through January. Probably still off streaming February. Might come back afterwards. Might not. Daz, you look tired. Nice. Need some fuel, some G. Feel bad for saying that out loud now. I didn't get paid by G Fuel. One day, maybe. See. Blackcurrant. I need to be sponsored by Blackcurrant. Robinson. That's the good stuff. But yeah, I must say, it's been nice to have company in the last couple. In a world, I mean, obviously, I've got company of one other over there, but to people to chat to for the last 2 months during these times, it's been quite nice. I've been very busy juggling all my work at the same time. Of course I have, but even still, it has actually been pretty nice. So I do want to thank every one of you for joining me. Whether you're watching now, all my viewer count's very outdated, so I don't know how many there are, but hi. And if you're watching a stream VOD or a stream highlight, hi as well. I don't know if this gets turned into a stream highlight, but the plan should be those stream highlights release every 3 days through January, probably end February, and then by the time they end, will probably be around the time that I'll come back, maybe, or not. I've got a lot of planning to do. I've got to make all this work, you know, find out what people enjoy. Maybe people just enjoy me and I'm overthinking it. Absolutely possible. I'm not going to stop on overthinking. I would like to do more movie content, because it lines up with my YouTube. Hard to find streaming movie content, other than like tier lists and not watching it. But then I would like to do some gaming stuff sometimes, because I do enjoy games. But then I want to do just chatting IRL stuff, because that does really well. It's pretty fun. It's very new. I'll have to work out a way to juggle all that. I mean, you usually tune in to whatever you're doing. That's fair enough, Lil Joe. I get that. I do like your movie content, says Kawhi. Guys, is Mandalorian good? I haven't watched any of it yet. It is. I would recommend it. It makes me actually enjoy the Star Wars universe, because it's fuller scale, as much as I feel like it's probably not, but you actually get to appreciate the characters and the species and the towns and the worlds. So yes. Very Western though. It's very much an American Western. Anyway. You should a video on Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. It's a Netflix original series show for the Indominus Rex attacks. during its time. Interesting. They have a spin-off for everything, don't they? Alright. If people do just show up just because it's me, which makes somewhat of a sense, I gotta capitalize. I don't know. That's where the IRL, like, just chatting stuff comes in. Yeah. I should stop thinking about it. I should stop planning. I'm not supposed to be planning until, like, this January, February time anyway. I just can't turn off my brain. It's just a shame because I don't have anything to, you know, puddling it. Oh, shall I? There you go. There's your content. Now I feel like I'm boasting. There you go. Show the backside of it so no one knows what it is. Perfect. Open the gate. Shut the gate. Open the gate a little. It's strange. It doesn't feel like the end yet. But it is. It's gonna be very strange when I turn this off and I'll be like, wow, I have a break for like a couple months now. Streaming is definitely a big, hard job. I have a lot of respect for like the big, main, higher up, massive streamers. Like their lives are sat in front of a computer. You know, like, that's a lot of investment. I can't. I don't think I can do that fully full stream, or full time even. Like I enjoy them, but man, like when I used to do like the 7-hour streams before, like a year ago, it was very draining and gets in the way of like events, friendship. Although next year, if I like, there's a chance that I'll be living alone anyway, because also different circumstances and life paths. So maybe I'll pick up again. I'm planning stuff again. I can't not. Their lives are very public too. Yeah, that's very true. Would not want to get involved in YouTube and streaming relationship drama. That seems like it's a whole mess to deal with. But I still have a lot of respect for them. I've been watching Ludwig this year. He's been my discovery back in like February time. I was one of the early ones before chess and Minecraft and Among Us. I was way early. I don't know what he was doing, but way early. So yeah, man, it's crazy. Don't mind me there. I was reading chat for a while. I've become very like quiet. Excuse me. I haven't had dinner. That's probably why. It is 8:30. Haven't eaten yet. I have a bad habit of that. I'll be eating right after this. Yeah. I'm also finding streaming. One thing that really happens. It doesn't happen to anyone else. Why is it just me? Maybe it's the way I speak. I close up and dry my throat incredibly quickly when I do this stuff. I mean, I've drunk 2.5 pints, you know, in an hour and a bit. My kidneys are great, unless I'm over stuck in them. I don't think I am. Also, hopefully this Sonic Heroes music doesn't get me. Well, I don't need to worry about DMCAs actually, if I'm on a break, you know? Plus, I think Twitch does have a system where it will give you like a warning, like this is your one chance, fix it, for the first time, and they haven't given me one. They didn't give me one for the last one, thankfully. We were worried that watching YouTube Shorts I'd get a DMCA for some of the music, but it seemed fine. It was very lucky as well because on the Finding Nemo stream we had full-on movies of Finding Nemo, and that didn't get picked up. So I think that was before the time, so that was lucky. They popped up as copyright claims on YouTube, StreamVod, which I had to cut out, but otherwise, it was alright. What are your thoughts on Twitch banning the word? Well, they didn't ban it, said it was bannable. That's that what it was, the whole simp thing. Still very dumb. The way Twitch works as a bit, like, organizes itself, it's very, very poor. They're not YouTube, you know? Always bothers me. There's a new one today about someone getting permabanned for their kid chatting to the chat while they went to go and get food delivery. Like, what can you do? You know, roll your eyes, move on as best you can. I don't get angry about these kind of things because I try not to be an angry person, as much as I have a YouTube series called Terrible Movies, but like, you just make do. You know, maybe one day Twitch will be better. You can just dream, hope. Not much we can do about it. But yeah. So this is part of the niche music that plays in the background. This is from Fiesta Online, which is a MMO JRPG that I played when I was 10, 11, and 12, I think. It's part of a whole wave of like Korean MMOs that came out in the time. No one played it, well, except the people that did. It had full servers. I played it with a childhood friend of mine at the time. I only recently discovered it like a year ago, hence why I've downloaded all the music. No one understands what it is, but I chuck it in everywhere because it's super nostalgic to me. Kind of anime, but didn't perfect the style. But I didn't even realize it was anime. It was before I knew what anime was. There you go. There's your last little bit of trivia, since we did mention that people didn't know what this music was. You don't think movies that I roll my eyes at would be very popular? Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Hello, Lily Ertle. Thank you for the follow. That's very true. The Simpsons would be the show, just the Sons. The Simpsons, yeah. Thank you for the single bit, Lily. Unless it's Illy. No, it is Lily, right? It could be Illy, but it's probably Illy. Damn it. Thank you for the bit. I keep thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, it feels like an end of an era thing. It's not. I'll probably be back sometime in 2021, but I just don't know when. I don't know the full. But for now, at least, this will be the final stream. We are on pause until an undetermined time. I'll be curious to see what happens to those 15 subscribers. You know, last year we had one in the form of Mario. He stuck around all that year and then had a very celebratory return when he saw that I was back. So that was fun to see. I don't expect much of the you know, subscribers. You don't have to stick around if I'm not about. It's all fine. I'm just curious to see how the numbers turn out. It's all been one big experiment to see what works, what doesn't, and how it all comes together anyway. So whether you've been here for 1 minute, maybe 2 in the case of Lily, or if you've been here 2 months ago, thank you for joining me on this this little stream experiment. Hopefully it pays off, gets some more data, turns into something else. Have to see. Why stream on Twitch and not YouTube? There is a whole element to it. If I streamed on YouTube and it didn't do well, it would hurt the future views of any future videos I make. If a video is dumb, you know, the streams would have to do amazingly well to justify making them at all, because 1 stream or 2 streams doing badly affects future videos. Really stupid. But they're all connected. You have to be careful with the content. You can't just bash it out. It could be that we try streaming on Daz Let's Plays. That's got like 20,000 subscribers. But I don't know. I don't know. If you want to get everything, you should subscribe to all my channels. Daz Reviews for the main stuff, Daz Let's Plays for the stream highlights, and sure, Daz Reviews is stream VODs archive for all the archive stuff. You hear about AMC theaters possibly going out of business next month due to money loss? Really? I didn't know about this. A lot of businesses, they like to gamble high with their money, don't they? They go bankrupt very quickly when they... It's also very weird to think there are 10 days left to 2020. What a long year it's been, but kind of at the tail end of it. 2021 doesn't throw us more of the same. For, you know, it will for the next 4 months, but maybe beyond that. We'll see. Also, AMC Theatre, I actually don't know. Is that a British one? Because I thought you meant AMC like the big conglomerate. But I mean, if theatres are going under bankrupt, I get it. Hello Clanky, you haven't seen me since the Pikmin 3 analysis days. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, man. Got a lot of catching up to do if you want to see more of my stuff. Unfortunately though, you have showed up at potentially the latest possible time, as this is the end of our little streaming experiment. As I've been saying throughout this whole stream, we might come back in 2021. I do not know the details. You know about it just as well as I know about it. We have some potential ideas for where it could go next, but on that note, I think we're going to end it off there. Thank you for joining me in any capacity you have. I've enjoyed this whole sequence. That's what it has come down to. I have enjoyed this. I've been surprised by what works sometimes. It's been nice overall. And I think it's a matter of, do I want to invest the time and the money and the enjoyment? They're not all 100% up, you know? And it's like, it's the question of life, you know? You get 3 levers and they all affect each other. What do you pick? What do you like? What do you do? I'll think about that in January or February time or whatever. But for now, that is us done on this stream for the final time. Thank you for joining me. Remate and Zini, thank you for the follow in these literal final seconds. But yeah. Thank you, Dan. I'm not going to say what you said out loud. You got me one final time. I was reading the others and I skipped over it, but damn it, Dan. Sometimes you know what you're doing. Anyway, my name's been Daz. You didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye. Oh, this is completely restarted. Well, there you go. Bye-bye.